Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing the 2023 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge. In the Skills Challenge between the two teams, MLS had 5 points, Arsenal had 6. Arsenal won the Crossbar Challenge off the foot of Austin Trusty. Of course it was an American to win the Crossbar Challenge for Arsenal. Fitting, right? And, of course, as well, Isaac Walker wins the Goalie Wars, an MLS Next Pro. For the MLS Next Pro goalies, the Goalie Wars that was shown intermittently throughout the tournament, or the game, or the show, whatever you want to call it. Isaac Walker wins the Goalie Wars. He got a wrestling belt for his troubles. Good tournament, even though he just kept throwing the ball and just spamming throws instead of kicking it. Which brings me up to this point before we talk about the actual skills challenge, because I kind of want to use this as a appetizer type thing. When it comes to Goalie Wars, to me, I think the goalies should agree before they play their round if they're kicking it or throwing it. One guy, it should be easier to throw the ball into the net, roll it into the net, something like that, than kick the ball into the net. Which, in my book, again, I like Goalie Wars. I was happy to see it back. They had a good damn game. They played well against each other. 3 rounds of it. It was fun to watch, but I do think that each kicker should do the same thing, or keeper should do the same thing, kick or throw. They should not have one throwing, one kicking, or one changing everything up. I think personally, if you're going to kick, you're putting the other guy at a disadvantage because it's 80 yards, and you have to really kick the ball if you're a goalkeeper, so you kind of have to tone back your kicking strength if you're really good with your feet. I mean, personally, I think they should do the same thing. If one kicks, the other should kick. If one throws, the other should throw, and stay that way. With that being said, or at least do the same thing each possession. If one throws on one possession, the other guy should throw on one possession. If one guy kicks on one possession, put it down and kick, so on and so forth. With that being said, that's enough about Goalie Wars. Congratulations to Walker of Crown Legacy. Big win for him. Now, the shooting challenge. Let's start with the real all-star skills. Christian Benteke gets 27 points against Jurrien Timber, who gets 50 in the shooting challenge. The second round for Jesus Ferreira makes it 44, so he got 20-something points. Well, I don't even know if it was 20. He makes it 44 for MLS, but Folarin Balogun makes it 72. That is 22 points. Yeah, 22 points. And then Denny Bouanga almost saves MLS. 88 points for Denny Bouanga. But Jacob Kiwior gets it to 121 for Arsenal. Arsenal wins the shooting challenge. My God, Christian Benteke did not know how to hit a target in the shooting challenge. And Ferreira didn't either. Ferreira hit the post like it was the Gold Cup penalty shootout. That's what he was doing. Jurrien Timber had a better shooting contest than I thought he would. Folarin Balogun should have done better. I have to say, he should have done better. For as hyped as Balogun is, at least in U.S. circles, I thought he should have done better. Yeah, he still won the Nations League. He still scored the second goal against Canada. But maybe there's a reason why Arsenal wants to sell him instead of keep him. I could see it. Denny Bouanga had a banger of a round. 44 points to get MLS back into contention for the first round, the first point, but Jacob Kiwior had just as good of a round, if not better. He got on a heater too. He did better than I expected him to do on that round. I didn't expect Kiwior to be so good at shooting the ball because he's definitely a defender, but good shots by Kiwior. So, Arsenal has the first point, MLS 0, Arsenal 1. The touch challenge. Hani Mukhtar has 37 points to Marquinhos' 53. Hani Mukhtar blew it. He had a way better round last year in the touch challenge against Liga MX. Marquinhos had a pretty good round. I thought he did what we expected him to do, if not better. Thiago Almada had a awesome round in the touch challenge. 115 points for Thiago Almada. The World Cup champion, the other World Cup champion in this league, of course. But Kai Havertz goes on a heater as well to make it 139. He wins the second point for Arsenal. Kai Havertz doing well on the touch challenge. I thought when they gave him holding, I was like, yeah, no. No, he got it done anyway. Kai Havertz wins with 139 points. MLS 0, Arsenal 2 on the points. Cross and volley challenge. This is where Kai Havertz blew it. Christian Benteke had a horrible round, only gets 30 points. Kai Havertz gets 0. Roman Berkey stood on his head. Roman Berkey of St. Louis stood in his head. Kai Havertz shoots everything into the sky if it doesn't touch Berkey's hands. And Christian Benteke has one of the worst rounds known to man, and he still gets saved. Because Kai Havertz does even worse. Oh, Edu, don't you know what that's worth? Kai Havertz couldn't score a point. No joke, he couldn't. I had to there. Dude, I expected better from Kai Havertz. I've seen him play better than that. I've seen him have some better finishing product than that. I don't know what the hell that was. I didn't think the crosses were too bad. He just couldn't finish. Then, the second round, Denny Bwanga has a heater of a round at 125 points. Gets to 125 points, so 95 points, give or take. I can't do the math that quickly in my head. Folarin Balogun gets 25 points, but just like JoJo, it was too little, too late. Denny Bwanga wins the round for MLS. What a round from Bwanga. Runnerson is mid. My God, he's a horrible goalkeeper. He stood on his feet. He was flat-footed. He needs some arch supports. That's how flat-footed he was. I'd rather put a Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz in net than Runnerson. My God, that was horrible. Jesus, man. That was bad. MLS 1, Arsenal 2. The passing challenge. Thiago Almada bosses the passing challenge. Beats Bertarame's record by a second to win the first round for MLS. But it's best 2 out of 3. Jorginho wins the second round of passing challenge. It's tied going into the final target, but Jorginho hits the target first. It's 1-1. Then Jacob Kiwior just dominates Lucho Acosta, the somewhat hometown boy, because he played for DC first, and wins the passing challenge for Arsenal. MLS 1, Arsenal 3. We go to the crossbar challenge. Arsenal gets their 2 crossbars first. MLS did get a crossbar before Arsenal could get back to the second zone, the midfield zone. MLS got to the 2 crossbar number. Then MLS came back. They had 3 crossbars before Arsenal could hit their winning crossbar. They go to zone 2. They fight it out. They shoot it out for about 5 minutes. I could say about 5 minutes. But in the end, Austin Trusty hits that final crossbar from midfield to win it for Arsenal. 5-6. MLS 5 points, Arsenal 6 points. Austin Trusty is your skills challenge winner. MLS came all the way back, but they just couldn't finish the deal. MLS loses 5-6 to Arsenal in the skills challenge, but they play a match tomorrow. They get some, hopefully some revenge, some fight back, whatever you want to call it. There you go. MLS versus Arsenal in the real All-Star game tomorrow in DC as well. But MLS had a horrible, to be honest, they had a horrible showing at this skills challenge. MLS did not come out to play. Arsenal looked loose. Yes, at times Arsenal looked bad too, if not worse, but they were out there loose. If they won, they were happy. If they lost, it was like, hey, cool, we got to try something new that we never really got to do before. MLS have won this before, twice. Well, Orlando technically won in 19, but that's an MLS team. It was Orlando versus MLS versus Atletico, if you remember, but technically MLS did win that, but it was Orlando. But I count it for MLS considering they changed the format. They lost to Liga MX. They won last year. That's 2 for MLS. They're 2-2 pretty much. But, again, they did not show out. I think they were trying to just have fun too, because they thought this didn't matter as much as the Mexico one, Liga MX. They just were trying to have fun too, and I think that kind of threw them off their guard as well. This should matter for MLS. This is their bread and butter. They do this all the time. as in this is their thing, their home run derby. They should be taking all comers, and they got close, but it was the only reason it was close is because Arsenal sort of almost bottled the crossbar challenge, which, knowing Arsenal, that's what they normally do is bottle things, so I'm surprised they finished it off. But, exactly. To me, I like what I watched. I think the skills challenge was fun. I think MLS had too much fun. I think MLS just wanted to have fun. They wanted to have fun, be happy, not take this as seriously as they should have. I think last year they took it seriously, 2021, even though they lost at the end. They took it seriously. 2019, it was new. Both Orlando and the MLS side took it seriously. Here, though, no, I didn't see it. By the way, that Arsenal away kit is ugly as hell. It's ugly as all sin. That neon kit, which if I had any neon color that I could use for the thumbnail, I would, because, well, there is some blue in there. Let's use that. But that kit is ugly. That away kit, that neon kit, I love neon, but that's ugly. It's like, I'll call it the snake kit, to be honest. But with that being said, Arsenal was there to have fun, but the thing about Arsenal is they could just have fun. They were there as the guest. They've never done this before. If they did horribly, yeah, they would get bantered by a lot of European fans. But in the end, this is something new to them. To them, they could just have fun. When it comes down to it, MLS had to show that this is their bread and butter, and they did not. So, with that being said, I thought MLS had a crappy performance. I thought Arsenal did better. They could have done way better if they took this really seriously, but I think since they were having fun and they were just letting things go as they were going with the flow, they were being like water, so to speak, I think personally that helped them win. I think MLS either took it, I don't even think they took it way too seriously. I think they tried to have fun too. They parsed the vibes and they were like, oh, Arsenal's having fun with this. We should beat them. No, you have to be serious. And I think that's something MLS will learn. If they keep the European format after this year, instead of going to a Liga MX MLS, going back to it and making it this one counts sort of thing, which I think they should, I get that MLS should have done better. MLS should have been on their toes and said, hey, they feel like they're going to have fun. We got to be serious. Let's do it. And that's the one thing I think that undone MLS. They tried to have fun. They weren't in the zone. I've seen them be in the zone in this tournament before, or this game, or this event. Not tonight. Not tonight. With that being said, though, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put it to playlist. Share it with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you tomorrow for the MLS All-Star Game. Live watch along and review. Arsenal versus MLS. Can MLS get some revenge when it comes to the game? We'll see. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, Arsenal, on winning the skills competition. MLS, do better tomorrow. I'm out. Peace. See you.